If I told you there is a country that completely measures its success not by wealth but by happiness, would you believe me? What if I told you this same nation permanently banned traffic lights because they felt machines lacked human warmth? Welcome to Curious Cat Atlas. Today, we are exploring one of the most isolated and deeply spiritual places on Earth, the Himalayan kingdom of Bhutan. While the rest of the world races toward endless modernization and towering concrete cities, Bhutan has chosen a completely different path. It is a hidden realm where ancient traditions overrule modern conveniences and where geography dictates the ultimate rules of survival. Buckle up, explorers. We are venturing into the clouds. Here are the top 10 most breathtaking anomalies of the Thunder Dragon Kingdom. Number 10. The Trainless Kingdom. In an era where high-speed bullet trains effortlessly connect the globe, imagine a modern nation completely devoid of a single inch of railway network. Bhutan is one of the very few countries on Earth that has entirely rejected the construction of trains, and the reason is hidden in its extreme, unforgiving geography. The entire country is draped across the steep, treacherous slopes of the Himalayas. To build a railway here would mean violently blasting through sacred mountains, destroying pristine forests, and permanently scarring the landscape. Instead, the Bhutanese have chosen to adapt to nature rather than conquer it. They rely solely on winding, dizzying mountain roads where the speed limit rarely exceeds 30 kilometers per hour. It forces everyone to slow down, offering a stark contrast to the frantic pace of the outside world. It is a deliberate choice to let the mountains dictate the rhythm of life. Number 9. The Rejection of Traffic Lights. Thimphu holds a very special title. It is the only capital city in the entire world without a single traffic light. It's not that they cannot afford the technology. In fact, the government actually tried to install a modern automated traffic system years ago. But the public reaction was immediate and overwhelmingly negative. The citizens of Bhutan felt that the electronic lights were too cold, robotic, and entirely stripped of human connection. The public outcry was so intense that the government removed the traffic lights just days later. Today, major intersections are guided by highly trained policemen standing in beautifully decorated wooden booths. Wearing pristine white gloves, they direct the flow of vehicles with fluid, exaggerated hand gestures that look more like an elegant symphony conductor than a traffic enforcer. It is a powerful reminder that human interaction is valued far above mechanical efficiency. Number 8. The mandatory time travel. Walking through the streets of Bhutan feels like stepping directly into a living history book. Unlike the rest of the world, where global fashion trends dominate, Bhutan strictly enforces a national dress code known as Driglam Namja. By law, all citizens are required to wear traditional clothing during daylight hours while working, attending school, or visiting any government or religious institution. Men wear the go, a knee-length robe tied at the waist, while women wear the kira, an elegant ankle-length dress accompanied by a short jacket. This isn't just a cultural suggestion, it is a legally binding commitment to preserve their unique Himalayan identity against the overwhelming tide of globalization. Seeing locals expertly typing on smartphones while draped in clothing designed centuries ago creates an absolutely stunning visual paradox. Quick, curious cat break! Look closely at the intricate woven patterns of this traditional fabric. Can you spot the cat hidden in the geometry? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have you found him? Please take a screenshot, circle him, and post it in the comments. It represents a nation aggressively defending its cultural soul, ensuring that no matter how much the future advances, their heritage will never be erased. Number 7. The ultimate tobacco ban. While many countries have slowly restricted smoking in certain public indoor spaces, Bhutan took an unprecedented and extreme step. In 2004, it became the very first nation in the world to completely ban the sale, promotion, and production of tobacco products nationwide. Driven by deep-rooted Buddhist beliefs that view the body as a sacred vessel and a profound national commitment to public health, the government essentially made the entire country a non-smoking zone. Bringing cigarettes across the border is heavily restricted and taxed at astronomical rates, and smoking in public can result in extremely severe legal consequences. For visitors arriving from polluted, smog-filled modern metropolises, taking a deep breath in Bhutan is a revelation. The air here isn't just physically clean, it feels culturally purified, completely devoid of nicotine. Number 6. The Utopian welfare system. By traditional Western economic standards and GDP measurements, Bhutan is categorized as a developing country with limited financial resources. You might expect its citizens to struggle for basic necessities. Yet, this small Himalayan kingdom has managed to pull off an economic paradox that baffles world economists. The government provides entirely free basic healthcare and free education to all of its citizens. The commitment to human well-being is so absolute that if a Bhutanese citizen suffers from a complex illness that cannot be treated in their local hospitals, the government will actually pay to fly them abroad, to India or Thailand, for specialized surgery, completely free of charge. They have proven that taking care of a nation's people does not require infinite wealth. It simply requires making human happiness the absolute highest priority in national planning. Number 5. The Frankenstein animal. Every country has a national animal, but Bhutan's is by far the most biologically bizarre creature you will ever lay eyes on. Deep in the misty alpine forests lives the Takin. When you first look at it, it appears as though nature couldn't make up its mind. It possesses the gentle face of a goat, the thick, twisting horns of a cow, the massive muscular body of a moose, and the short, stubby tail of a bear. It looks like a mythical creature patched together from leftover evolutionary parts. According to a deeply cherished local legend, a famous 15th century Buddhist saint known as the Divine Madman created the Takin by literally snapping the skull of a goat onto the skeleton of a cow and commanding it to live. Biologists remain endlessly fascinated by its unique DNA, which places it in a category almost entirely of its own. Curious Cat Challenge. In this herd of strange grazing takins, can you spot the cat blending into the herd? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have you found him? Please take a screenshot, circle him, and post it in the comments. Resume it is a living, breathing testament to how myth and reality seamlessly intertwine in the high mountains of Bhutan. Number 4. The Zero Slaughterhouse Rule. Bhutan is a nation profoundly guided by the principles of Vajrayana Buddhism, where all life forms are considered incredibly sacred. Because taking a life generates severe negative karma, there is a fascinating geographical truth. There is not a single legal slaughterhouse operating within the country. It is strictly forbidden to kill animals for mass consumption on Bhutanese soil. However, this creates a deeply complex moral paradox. The Bhutanese people do actually eat meat, especially to survive the freezing Himalayan winters. Their solution? They import almost all of their meat from neighboring India, relying on others to do the killing for them. Alternatively, they only consume animals that have died naturally of old age or accidents. It is a striking example of a nation trying to balance harsh human dietary needs with an uncompromising commitment to religious ethics. Number 3, the ultimate aviation extreme. Getting into Bhutan is an adventure before you even land. Paro International Airport is widely recognized by aviation experts as one of the most dangerous and challenging runways on the face of the earth. It is hidden deep within a narrow, winding valley, entirely surrounded by jagged mountain peaks that tower over 5,000 meters high. Because the terrain is so claustrophobic and unpredictable, there is absolutely no radar guidance or autopilot landing system available. Out of the millions of commercial pilots worldwide, only a few dozen have the extreme certification required to attempt this landing. They must navigate purely by visual landmarks, executing heart-stopping 45-degree banked turns just meters away from village rooftops and sheer cliff faces. One tiny miscalculation, and there is no room to pull up. It is a masterpiece of human skill confronting raw geographical terror. Number 2, the shocking protective frescoes. If you travel through the rural villages of Bhutan, you will encounter a visual phenomenon that leaves most foreign visitors absolutely speechless. In a country that is deeply conservative, modest, and incredibly religious, the exterior white walls of many traditional homes are painted with massive, highly detailed, and vibrantly colored phallic symbols. To an outsider, it looks incredibly explicit, but in Bhutanese culture, this has absolutely nothing to do with vulgarity. The tradition stems from Drupa Kunli, an eccentric 15th century Buddhist master who taught that enlightenment could only be achieved by shattering rigid societal norms. Today, these striking frescoes are deeply respected as powerful protective charms. They are painted on homes, and large wooden carved versions are hung from the roofs to ward off evil spirits, malice, and bad luck. It is a brilliant example of how cultural context completely rewrites visual meaning. And finally, number 1, the gravity-defying architecture. Tiger's Nest, or Taktsang Palphug, is not just a building. It is a profound defiance of architectural logic and geographical limits. Built in 1692, this magnificent monastery clings desperately to the face of a sheer vertical cliff, plummeting 900 meters directly into the Paro Valley below. There are no roads here. Constructing this masterpiece required ancient laborers to carry heavy stones and timber on their backs up treacherous, dizzying mountain paths, creating a structure that looks as though it should instantly fall into the abyss. According to legend, the great Guru Rinpoche flew to this exact cave on the back of a magical tigress to subdue local demons. Standing at the edge of this cliff, looking up at the golden roofs floating in the clouds, you realize something profound. Quick, curious cat break! Look closely at the incredibly colorful prayer flags fluttering near the abyss. Can you spot the cat watching from the wind? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have you found him? please take a screenshot, circle him, and post it in the comments. This isn't just a geographical wonder. It is the ultimate testament to how human faith can literally conquer the impossible. Did you spot the 3 hidden cats today? Let me know in the comments below. If you love this glitch in the geographical matrix, hit subscribe, smash that like button, and stay curious. See you on the next Atlas.